Things we've got to improve. We've got to improve our passing game, and we feel like we can. We started with a good group of receivers, and some got hurt. Some didn't play as well as we anticipated, so that's an area we need to improve. And obviously with 33-0, if you don't turn the ball over on offense, we've got to do a better job with ball security. And in this year's 8 wins, we won the turnover ratio. This year's 5 losses, we lost the turnover ratio. So it's pretty obvious what the most important thing is that we have to do. Kicking game, we've got to go back and find our kicker. We've got to find our punter. They may not be here yet. Will Russ has done a good job with the punting in practice lately, and we've been very impressed with him. He needs to be a little more consistent, but he's got a great leg. So we'll keep working with Will this spring. The other kickers, punters will not be here this spring. David Ash can also punt, so we will let him punt a lot this spring. We just thought he needed to get it off a little bit faster, and that's why we didn't punt him, but he gives you such an ability to fake and keep in a shotgun where he could back up and punt or keep the regular offense out there and cover. So we'll get into some of those type things this spring and see if we can do some things there, because we felt like overall our new punting schemes were good this year. Defensively, it's totally back to forcing turnovers. We felt good about the things we did defensively. We just need to keep the ball in front of us like we did this year, and I thought our ability to blitz and use zone pressures and keep zone coverages helped our young corners, but we should be as good or better at every position next year, except possibly linebacker, and we've got some young linebackers that are very talented that need to come on fast, because Emmanuel and Keenan Robinson will be hard to replace because they did such a good job. We should have great competition at all positions. One of the things we missed this year is depth, quality depth, because when we were in a position that we'd get a guy hurt, we didn't have a guy ready to step up. And in years like 06 and 07, where we had a lot of injuries, we could still win 10 games because we had guys that could replace them. And that didn't happen as much for us this year. We don't have many seniors. I asked the seniors that were coming back for next year to stand up in the dressing room, and I think there's 10 that are scholarship seniors for next year. So we're going to have to lead from within. It can't just be the seniors. We're going to have to. Mason Walters led the offensive line this year. So a lot of different guys are going to have to step up. Quarterbacks should be able to lead better. We'll have great competition between Case and David in the spring, and Brian will have another full year with them to prepare them, because he really didn't get to prepare either one of those as much as he was working with Garrett last year, because Garrett got all the first snaps, and Connor and Case were alternating at 2, and really even though we didn't have a starter, because of pecking order, Garrett got those snaps with the ones more often, and then David really got left out. So he is just on the cutting edge of his snaps, and we'll get him ready to go.